All right, YouTube. Yeah, I kind of dropped the ball last week. Kind of decided, I wasn't really feeling week 4. I was kind of tired. I was like, all right, week 4 can wait. So I hope y'all did well week 4. But this is our week 5 predictions. I'm not gonna go back and tell you how we did week 3. I'm just not in all that right now. Well, I might. I don't know. Let me check my old stuff. So I mean, it really depends on your fantasy team right now. Like, of my 14 fantasy 12 fantasy teams, I mean, I got like 3 4-0s, a couple 3-1s, some 2-2s. I have some 1-3s because one of the leagues is really, really weird. What the chef? Can I send this back? Documents. Boy, I don't need you here. All right, but yeah, I mean, my little brother's fantasy team is doing kind of sick. He kind of he came up to me like he wanted me to do a team, and I was like, all right, so you can draft the players, and I'll manage it for you. And I haven't really done any pickups other than picking up McNabb because he came in the draft, and I was like, all right, who do you want to draft with your first pick? He said Cam Newton. I was like, are you crazy? You're not gonna take him with your first. You can do that later. I should have just let him do it so he could like really be pure. But he picked Manning and he did a bunch of other players. But right now he's 4-0, first team in his league. All I did was put Cam Newton starting. I haven't really done any other changes. It's, I mean, my brother's a little fantasy genius too. All right, so week 3, I told you to pick up Eric Decker, start Vic, uh, all that stuff. All right, I'm about to just go in. So here's what Black said. All right, Black said to do this. Start Stephen Ridley. He had a great game versus a good run defense, and now he faces a struggling Jets defense that just lost his best run stuffing linebacker in Brian Thomas. Look for him to get a lot of key carries. All right, so Stephen Ridley, running back in the New England Patriots, that's one. Tampa Bay defense. The 49ers may be 3-1, but that is not because of Alex Smith. If the Bucks can't contain Frank Gore, then look for this defense to dominate the 49ers offense. I concur with that. Overall, during that Eagles game, 49ers, other than Frank Gore, the 49ers didn't look that great. That the Eagles just don't even get me started on the Eagles. And then he also says start Jacoby Jones, James Casey, Owen Daniels, and or Kevin Walter. Andre Johnson and Ben Tate are out, which means the balls have to gonna come to someone. One or all of these guys is gonna step up and take his place in the passing game. I also would say, on just to go off that, I err on the side of caution. However, on Kevin Walter, I feel like it's going to be Jacoby Jones more. But then also you have to remember the ball is also going to be going to Arian Foster. So if you have Arian Foster bench for whatever reason, still to the hamstring or whatever, start him. Now here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Start Fred Jackson versus Philly. Really start any running back versus Philly. But starting Fred Jackson versus Philly is a no-brainer. Look for him to get 120 yards and a touchdown. It's really that simple. Uh, Start Julio Jones versus anyone. Last week, Julio Jones had 17 targets. Yes, 17 targets. I think there might be a new number one option in Atlanta. 17 targets. He got 11 catches for like 120 yards. Still has not scored a touchdown, but Julio Jones, start him no matter what you have him in your league. Just if he's a free agent, pick him up. Start Julio Jones. All right, I'm going to tell you to get rid of Mike Williams from Tampa Bay quickly. He's not putting up numbers, and I can't see him putting up numbers. He's he's going to have a very subpar season. Sell Mike Williams from Tampa Bay. Get what you can. I have a trade out in one of my leagues. Mike Williams for Santonio Holmes. That's as of right now they're playing about even. I figure I'm going to take Holmes because the Jets seem to be passing a lot, so Holmes seemed like a decent option to have. I I'm still not sold on Holmes being a good option, but I think him better than what Mike Williams is doing right now because I feel like Freeman's spreading the ball out a lot. And last player to start or to pick up or whatever is Matt Hasselback. As of right now, he's having a possible MVP season. So Hasselback, I can't believe I just put Matt Hasselbeck and MVP in the same sentence. He's MVP. He was MVP of like game managing in Seattle, but right now he's having a very, very good year. He's on pace for like 4,600 yards. If you haven't picked him up, pick him up. He faces Pittsburgh this week, so maybe don't start him this week, but definitely pick him up because when he has a weaker matchup, he's gonna put up numbers. All right, really, that's all I got to say to you people. Uh, I hope y'all have a good whatever you have. This is my last real. Well, I got 2 more days of school. Then it's fall break. Going back home. Feels kind of weird. Yeah, if y'all have fantasy advice, just hit us up on at Black and Blacker on Twitter. Or if y'all need fantasy advice, just hit us up on Twitter. All that stuff. Yeah, hit us up on Twitter. I would like to get some comments, some likes, but I know only like 20 people are going to watch this in the first place, so it really doesn't matter. So maybe I should just like take off my pants and run around. That'll get more views. Alright, I'm out.